I was walking to a place with a really nice view after my New Year's Eve party when I saw a girl crying all alone. I couldn't leave her alone, so I talked to her, and she apparently was dumped by her boyfriend whom she'd been living with, so she didn't have a place to stay. I let her stay at my house, and she slowly started opening up to me. And then she started to say that she wanted to thank me. I saw a single girl at a night view spot, and she was rejected by her boyfriend that she lived with. I didn't want to leave her alone since she had nowhere to stay, so I let her come over, and then I had always had a thing for innocent-looking girls. I just figured those wild party types were in a different realm than me, so I wasn't able to get along with them. And I'm kind of a straight-laced and bland guy anyway, so I can't really keep the conversation going when I spoke to someone who was that type. I just didn't know how to get to know someone. It wasn't just once either. This had been continuing for a while. So I haven't been able to get along with women for a while, even when I was pushing 30. I was getting a little nervous that I might be single for the rest of my life. I was on the way home from my New Year's Eve party when I swung by a place that was known for its amazing view. I thought that it would be nice to enjoy the view while sobering up when I heard someone, so I looked over and I saw kind of a wild-looking girl bawling her eyes out. I wasn't sure if I should talk to her or not for a while, but then it started to pour rain, and I noticed that she was getting wet. So I decided to muster up my courage and give her my spare umbrella. Are you okay? If you keep getting wet like that, you're gonna catch a cold. You should use this umbrella.
Thank you.
It's raining pretty hard too. Maybe you should go home soon.
I want to, but I don't have a house to go home to.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I mean exactly what I said.
Can I ask why you don't have a house to go home to? After asking her, she looked around and didn't have an answer. My name is Ichi. I live nearby, and I was wondering if you want to come over to my house? I don't want you to get sick.
Huh? But
It's okay, I won't do anything. If you don't want to, then I won't force anything on you.
my name is Yomiko. You don't seem like a bad guy. I guess I can go over to your house then.
Sure. Well, let's get a move on then, shall we? I'll show you the way.
Sorry.
I made sure to check that Yomiko was following me after I swiftly walked to my house. I invited her to my house in a hurry, but I hope everything turns out alright. I got home and quickly started to fill up my bath to make sure that she can warm her now frozen up body. If you want, you can just wear my clothes too. I gave her some sweatpants and waited in my living room when...
Thanks for the change of clothes.
It's totally fine.
About earlier. I was dumped by my boyfriend who I lived with, and I was stranded on that spot you saw me. My boyfriend was renting the room, so I can't go back to that house.
I see.
I need to find a new place to live ASAP. But my phone just recently broke, so I had to buy a new one, and my mom is going to be put into the hospital for a while, so I sent her some money too. And that's why I have basically no savings left.
Sounds like you've been through a lot. I'm sorry to hear that.
Thanks for being so kind to me when it's our first time meeting.
It's okay. I really haven't done anything that amazing. You don't have to thank me. I looked at her face and realized that she was incredibly beautiful. I couldn't tell because we were in the dark, but she was really pretty.
You're the only person that's actually kind to me, Ichi. I was dumped and now I'm broke with no place to live. It makes me want to cry.
Yeah, I think I can understand why you'd want to cry. I think I would too.
I feel a little better after talking to you, Ichi. Thanks.
Oh, it's okay. This is the first time I've been talking to a girl in private for this long. You're probably the first girl, actually. Thank you.
Really? Well, I can be your female training dummy, so I can stay at your house for a little while. Not in a weird way or anything. I'm seriously struggling, so Please.
Huh? But...
I'll cook and do the chores.
Okay, then you can stay here until you're able to find a new place to live.
Thank you. I seriously owe you one.
She said before she gave me a wonderful smile. Her smile was so seriously amazing that I thought it was the cutest thing. I turned bright red. I'm so nervous. This is the first time I've ever felt anything like this. And that's how I started living together with Yomiko. The next day, Yomiko went to her ex-boyfriend's house to pick up her personal belongings, so it was fine to not have her buy extra stuff for her around the house. She seemed pretty confident, but did she already get over her ex-boyfriend or something? That night, I was getting ready to go to sleep on the sofa when Yomiko came to me looking guilty.
I'll sleep on the sofa since I'm the one intruding.
Nah, I can't let a woman just sleep on the couch. So I'll just buy a cheap futon or something. And I'll sleep in the living room so you don't really have to worry about it, okay?
Thank you so much. I'll cook and clean hard, okay?
Thank you.
Oh, and I looked into your fridge too. You've got like no ingredients. So I want to go by the store tomorrow. Can you tell me where I can find the closest supermarket?
Oh, I'll go with you to show you and hold the groceries, okay?
Thank you. Let me know if you have any preferences on what you like, okay? I know I may look like this, but I'm pretty good at cooking.
Really? Are you sure? Well, I like the meat and potato soup and pretty much any kind of stew.
Gotcha. Leave it to me.
I'm so happy. I can only really cook meat and stuff. I pretty much only buy other pre-cooked meals when I want that stuff.
But I don't know if it's going to be your kind of flavor.
Oh, I'm actually really thankful that you're cooking for me at all.
Really?
We talked for a little while longer before finalizing our plans to go to the store before going to bed. The next day, we got to the supermarket and Yomiko started trying to choose the best veggies to eat. You could tell that she was used to cooking with how quickly she was moving through the veggies. We were at the seasoning section, which I had never really visited, and she was browsing when...
Ichi, what kind of seasoning do you have back at your house?
Sugar, salt, and a little bit of soup stock.
Would it be alright if I buy some of my own soup stock, mirin, and cooking sake? I need it to make my meat and potato stew.
Yeah, of course, go for it.
Thank you.
It almost seems like we're married or something with how we're shopping. Is this how all other husbands and wives feel? I couldn't help but let out a little smile when I was thinking about what it would be like to be married with her.
Huh? You seem like you're in a good mood. Did something happen?
No, I was just wondering if this is what most husbands and wives feel like when they're shopping. I mean, I just couldn't help but feel a little happy. Sorry, I was just kind of fantasizing.
I see. I mean, yeah, maybe this is what it feels like. You don't have to apologize.
Yomiko's face turned a bright red. Huh? She's so cute. We put all our ingredients into our shopping cart and we finished checking out before walking back home. A few days later, I got back home to find my requested dish, meat and potato stew.
Here you go. It's ready for you.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
How is it?
It's so delicious.
I'm really glad to hear that.
I think that I could eat the whole thing on my own.
Oh, you. Stop it.
I was scarfing down the food that she had cooked for me, and Yomiko was just quietly smiling, watching me eat. I wish she would cook for me for the rest of my life. Time went on, and I got back home from work when I noticed that Yomiko wasn't in the house. She must have heard the door open when I came home, and she started talking to me in the shower room.
Ichi, I'm in a bit of a pickle. We don't have any soap, so I was wondering if I could get me some soap if you've got a spare.
Huh? But...
I don't know where you put the soap.
Okay then, here you go.
Thank you.
I handed her the body soap, doing my best not to look her way before leaving the shower room. She's so defenseless. She should be a little more cautious. A little while later, Yomiko came out of the shower. She was all bright red and looked warm after having a nice long bath. She looked kinda sexy, and I couldn't stop looking. Are you all warmed up now? How about some tea?
Thank you for being so considerate. You really are so kind. I was actually thirsty.
Yomiko finished drinking the tea that I gave her before talking to me with an even brighter red face.
Let me repay you. You want your chores done? Or do you want to do me?
What is she talking about? She saw that I was all kinds of nervous, and she must have been unable to hold it back because then she started bursting out in laughter.
Sorry about that. I was just joking around.
I see. I was about to lose all semblance of sanity, so I thought it'd be better for me to calm down a little bit. Sorry, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Huh? You don't have to tell me that you're going to the bathroom.
I quickly went to the bathroom to try and calm down and cool off. What is going on? I can't stop being so nervous. A few weeks went by as I continued to live with Yomiko. She really was amazing at cooking. And I felt like I couldn't go back to my life before, where all I ate was pre-cooked meals. She also did laundry and cleaned up as a thank you for letting her stay. So that was great too. I'll wash my own underwear, so...
That would be lovely. Thanks. Oh, I'm gonna go shopping tomorrow. Got anything you want to eat?
Thank you. I guess something like a hamburger patty or some fried chicken would be great.
Okay, sure. I'll go buy the ingredients and cook for us.
Thank you, Yomiko. That's so nice.
I'm really happy to cook for you when you're happy to eat my food too.
I know that this was all the practice talking to women, but when I was talking to Yomiko, I always felt like I was able to talk to her with no problem. But I can't do that if I tried to talk to someone other than Yomiko. I realized that Yomiko is someone I can really relax and be myself around. And as I came to this realization, I really came to appreciate her presence. One day, I was on the way home shopping afterwards with Yomiko when I felt like I wanted to thank her. So I asked her what she wanted. Yomiko, thank you for always cooking and cleaning. As a thank you, is there anything that you want me to do?
Huh? It's fine. You letting me stay at your house is plenty enough.
I really insist. I want to repay you for all of your hard work that you do, and do something to make you happy.
Ichi, that alone is more than enough. But I guess if I had to choose, I'd like to go out to eat sometime. Nothing expensive or anything. Just somewhere that's cheap and good. A casual meal, you know?
I see. Is there any store that you have in mind?
Well, there's a restaurant in the neighborhood. That I personally am curious about.
Okay, well, when you're free, why don't we go there together next weekend?
Huh? Are you sure?
Of course.
Thank you, Ichi. I'm so happy.
Seeing Yomiko be so happy, I could feel myself being happy for some reason too. A little while later, it was the weekend, so we had agreed to go out together. We were both going to meet directly at A after work, so I made sure to finish up work early so I didn't have to work late before hurrying to A. I made her reservations, and when I got inside, she was waiting for me at our seats before me. Sorry to keep you waiting, Yomiko.
It's totally fine. I just got here a second ago, too.
I see. did you decide what you wanted to eat at all? We chose what we wanted to eat and we ordered our food. She headed to the drink bar to fill her drink. She tripped where there was nothing and she glanced over at me with a blushed face.
Did you see that? I'm embarrassed, so please, just forget it ever happened.
You're so serious and hardworking, but you're kinda clumsy sometimes, huh?
I told you that I wanted you to forget about it.
I'm sorry, but it was just so dang cute that I couldn't help but laugh. I'll leave it alone from this point on, okay?
You better leave it alone.
Yomiko once again went to go to the drink bar to fill up her drink without tripping this time. We were enjoying our meal and chatting, and I was having a great time. Before this meeting with Yomiko, I was really not able to hold a conversation with a woman at all, so this really is an entirely new experience to me. I wish this would last forever. Wait, do I like Yomiko? After realizing that I might like her, my face started to turn a bright red. I wonder how Yomiko feels about me. I understood that thinking about it wouldn't change anything, but I was curious. One weekend after that night out, Yomiko, it's been a month since we started living together. How's the search for a new room and an actual place to stay?
Yeah. I actually got paid already, but I haven't been able to find a new room to move into. Would it be alright for you to give me a little more time to find a place?
Oh, I see. I'm totally fine with you staying because you're always helping me out with your cooking. You can take your time and find a good place for you, okay?
Thank you so much! I'm so thankful that you're my roomie, Ichi.
I'm just glad that you feel that way, okay? After finding out that Yomiko wouldn't be leaving the house anytime soon, I felt so much more relieved. She can just move in here, honestly. Another month later, I got new orders from our company to move branches. I was to be transferred to a different prefecture, working at an entirely different affiliate company. I was a single man, and I didn't have any real reason to say no, so I just had to quietly agree. I don't want to be separated from Yomiko. What do I do? If I don't do anything, then I'm just gonna end up having to move jobs and be separated from Yomiko. So I should just tell her how I'm feeling and see if she's interested in me or not. I couldn't find a good time to ask her, however, so I just ended up keeping it to myself for a while. A week went by, and one day I happened to run into Yomiko with a man that I didn't recognize. They were talking fairly loudly, so I was able to overhear their conversation without a problem. I'm so sorry for breaking up with you, Yomiko. Please come back to my house.
What the hell are you talking about? You said you found a new girl that you like, and you broke up with me. You left me stranded. You really think I'm going to go back to you now?
Are you mad? I know that you still like me, though.
I don't like you. I already like someone else, so I want you to just get out of here.
Yomiko was clearly uncomfortable, so I was a little scared, since that man was an outgoing type. But I got between Yomiko and her ex. She's clearly not appreciating what you're doing and saying. Please leave.
Ichi.
Who the hell are you, man? Get the hell out of my way! Can you not tell that Yomiko is not appreciating what you're doing? I'm going to tell you again, please leave. You keep on following her around anymore and I'm gonna call the cops. Fine. You annoying ass bitch. I'm never gonna be around her again. Apparently, the ex-boyfriend didn't like the threat of the police, so he basically ran away from the spot.
Ichi, thank you so much for saving me. I was so scared. If you didn't show up, I don't know what would have happened.
I'm just glad that you're not hurt at all. Everything's okay now.
Yeah.
She must have been pretty scared because she jumped onto me and was trembling. I'm sorry, Yomiko. There's something that I have to tell you.
What is it?
Why don't we just go inside first, huh?
Okay then.
We walked into my house together. She was clinging onto my arm the whole way home, and I was just trying to stop myself from being nervous. There's something soft and squishy on my arm. I got home and I faced Yomiko. I like you, Yomiko. That's why I don't want you to move out of my house at all.
Huh? What are you talking about?
About a week ago, I actually got orders to move away to a different branch from my company. I might have to move to a different prefecture in about 2 months' time.
I see. You're being transferred?
If you're up for it, would you be willing to come with me? I know that this is all really sudden, but I really don't want to be far away from you, Yomiko.
I mean,
She said before looking away from me. Oh, this is a no. I'm sorry. I know that this is probably too much out of the blue, huh?
no, it's not that. I'm happy because I like you too, Ichi.
Huh? Wait, really?
You're so kind to me, Ichi. You took such great care of me that I had fallen for you.
Really? I'm so happy!
I just want to be with you for as long as possible. I had enough money to find a new room to stay in, but I wasn't looking for a place to live. I'm sorry for lying to you.
You wanted to live with me too, right? So, will you be willing to come with me while I transfer and move?
Of course!
It was the first kiss of my life, and I didn't know what to do. All I could do was hold her close. Afterwards, we talked about it for a little bit, and I decided that we were going to move to a new house together. Then we were going to get married, so we put on the papers to the city office. She was excited to wear a wedding dress, so we rented some clothes and had some photos taken. I'm glad that I was able to let her wear a wedding dress, even if it was rented. I know it was a strange way to meet someone, but she became someone that I couldn't live without. So I really don't know where you're gonna run into the person of your dreams. I'm so glad that I could meet her. I'm gonna make Yomiko the happiest person on the planet.